This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, thanks again for joining the demo of TopBuilder CRM for Spectrum. So what we're going to do today real quickly is we're just going to go through the main modules of TopBuilder CRM for Spectrum, talk a little bit about that, and then what we'll do is we'll jump over and do a quick demo. And this probably is not going to take very long today. We're probably 30 minutes or less. I know we've done this before, so we'll rip through it real quickly. One of the things we're going to do a little differently here is we're going to go ahead and move a job into the awarded status. This is something you guys wanted to see on the demo. And from the awarded status, we're going to send that information over to Spectrum, and then we're going to go look at it in Spectrum. And then we'll send the job back. We'll change the status on the job to complete, send it back, and look at it again in the CRM. So it's all good. And if you have any questions, let me know. And we're going to go ahead and record this, and we'll send you a link to the recording. Okay, so as I said, we're going to just go through a couple slides here real quickly about what does CRM do for you as a company, as a builder. So we'll start with the CRM module. The most important module is, of course, the CRM module. But what is very important about the CRM module in TopBuilder CRM is it's specifically designed for builders or contractors. And okay, so what does that mean? Well, it means a lot. There's a lot of different things going on here, but the main thing is that it's capturing all the information about the job, about the opportunity, things like the start date, the end dates, who is the general contractor that's asking for the bid, if it is a general contractor, or if it's service work. And you as a specialty contractor may get those directly from the building owner or the property management company that's managing that property. And the job information is tracking for new construction, the general contractor, but also tracking things like the building owner, the property manager. It's tracking start of the job, end of the job, estimated and actuals. It's tracking the job location. It's tracking a lot of information about Spectrum that we're going to be sending over to Spectrum. Things like the job templates and the setup templates, everything from that to cost centers and other things. And we'll show that all to you here in the demo. And so from a CRM perspective, what we're doing here is we're looking at the whole life cycle of your opportunities the way a builder would look at it. Okay, so a builder looks at it as, okay, we have a potential bidding opportunity or potential job coming up that's in the lead phase. And as you move them through the different statuses of the leads phase, you're going to have follow-up plans, alerts, reminders. Some of these leads may come in directly from a third party, Construct Connect, or even your website electronically. And folks will get alerts and reminders when things need to be done. Additionally, once you move them into the bidding phase, okay, you'll get new reminders and alerts once you assign somebody as a estimator to that job to go ahead and start preparing the bids. They're going to get reminders and alerts. And since we are designed for construction, there's things like bid due dates, and estimators, multiple estimators, and everybody is alerted and reminded of when things get done. Now, hopefully what will happen after the bidding phase is you'll change the status to awarded right in here, and what will happen is that'll trigger the job to go ahead and go over to Spectrum. Now, we're going to talk about the Spectrum interface in detail here on a slide, but what's happening there is it's triggering a real-time connection to Spectrum. It sends the job over to Spectrum, and if the customer exists, it attaches the job to the customer in Spectrum. If the customer does not exist in Spectrum, it goes ahead and creates that customer in Spectrum, all the contacts for that customer, and then attaches the job, okay, to that customer. And then we're monitoring that job, and as the job status changes, as you have change orders, as you have updates to that job, we're updating CRM along the way with the updated financials, start and end dates, statuses, and then applying workflow and follow-up. As an example, when the job is completed, okay, you'll get a status update says job's completed, and then you'll have a new set of workflow and follow-up. Now, a lot of our specialty contractors like yourself, mainly roofers, and other folks, there's a warranty period, and after the warranty period expires, what you have is you have a service opportunity right there. And what happens is we put a follow-up plan with alerts and reminders and emails and all kinds of things in there. And so right before it's time for that service contract to go up for bidding, you'll get an alert and a reminder. The customer will get an email saying, hey, we're here for you. Now, we even do that if you lose the job. So if you don't even go into construction, we help you have a follow-up so that you're going after the service work. And one of the big benefits of this is converting all this new construction into service contracts. And we're going to help you do that in a very seamless and easy to use way. And we have lots of testimonials from customers talking about how they've really grown their service division through this process, and also through the email marketing campaigns where they're targeting building owners and property managers and getting that service work. Okay, so I'm going to switch gears back to the other slide, and we'll move through the other main features, and we'll see all this in the demo. Okay, so there's a bid tracking module as well, and keep in mind, everybody, that all this comes together in your subscription. There's no extra charge for these modules. And another thing that I failed to say that I want to go ahead and say now is, we have these slides and we have these features, and we're designed specifically for construction, like I said. So it's not always about what we have today or tomorrow or next week, but also about what we're going to be providing you as a contractor next year and for the life of your tenure with us as a customer. For instance, and this is going outside the CRM bucket a little bit, but we have job boards to track job resources on the job, project managers, company vehicles, equipment, crews, things like that on the job, and put it on a calendar for you. And we also have a quoting module that we are creating so that you can prepare assemblies and quotes alongside your bids, and also integrates with our proposal builder. So just wanted to get that out there. Now, bid tracking is mainly for the subcontractors like yourself. And we do focus on construction, but we really focus on specialty contractors or subcontractors, because what they're challenged with in a lot of cases is managing bids for the same job, multiple bids for the same job. And so what's happening there is, the drill. You got a job and multiple GCs come to you and say, hey, I need a bid. Well, okay, so how do you track that as one job, not 5 jobs, if it's 5 GCs? And we have a bid tracking module that handles that. And it's not just tracking the bids against the job, but it's also preparing the forecasts, the performance reports, the won-loss reports, all around the fact that, hey, this is one job, not 5. And if you don't have bid tracking to manage this, then you have no way of really forecasting. Well, you do have a way of doing it, but it's not really correct. We talk to some people that use Salesforce for this, and what they do is they put the job in once, and then they switch who the customer is depending on who awards them to the job. But what's missing there is the other general contractors that didn't get the job, and the history behind all that. It's just a mess. So we've taken care of that, and we're allowing you to track multiple bids for the same job, and then all the reports and forecasts and everything shake out from that. Now, we also have the proposal builder. I will demo that for you. You'll love it. It really demos well. And the neat thing about the proposal builder is you can integrate your Excel worksheets with it. Our quoting module that we're coming up with will tie into it very nicely. And you also have the ability to take your standard proposal templates, your cover page, your cover letter, your whatever you put in a proposal. You can store that in what we call the content center and have database fields positioned on these documents. And then you add them into the proposal builder and they pre-populate the proposal for you with the job data right out of the system. And it's beautiful. I'll show it to you. You'll love it when you see it. We love it ourselves. So we can speak to that. All right. So the next slide is real quick. We're going to talk about email marketing. It's the Constant Contact or MailChimp, but the great thing about our email marketing is it's fully integrated with the CRM. So that allows you to target your emails based on job data or customer data in the system. You may want to target folks that you've done new construction for, or you may want to target property managers to try to get service work, or building owners to try to get service work. That's a very common thing that our builders do, is they'll capture all the data on owners and property managers, and then they'll target email campaigns directly to them. Now, we also have keep in touch campaigns or nurturing campaigns. Some people call them drip campaigns, where you can take a customer and maybe see that the customer hasn't awarded you a job or sent you a bid opportunity in a while. And what you'll want to do is put them on one of these campaigns, and that will allow you to keep in touch with them. And also, if you're promoting your service work or specialty work, you may have a new line of business. You may start selling product, which some of our builders do. Pavers who sell asphalt products, or the wheel stops or whatever. They'll get into that business, and then they'll promote that to all their customers in their database through email marketing. I'll show that to you as well. We have reporting and dashboards. Of course, we'll just show that to you in the demo. And then we have the very important Spectrum interface. Now, we do have professional services to do some coaching and training and best practices. It's absolutely not required. But what we have seen is when we go on site and help you set things up and train you, you get ramped up a lot quicker and well trained. And then we record that and put it in our help center for you. Okay, so that's really good. And our setup process, and we have a slide on that. Bear with me. Oh, I went right to it. Awesome. The setup process is real quick and real clean and real simple. We've had builders get set up on this in less than a week, frankly, and that includes connecting to the Spectrum interface. So we get you set up quick and easy, and you're on your way. All right, so back to the presentation. We will go to the Spectrum interface. Okay, so in summary, real quick, and then we'll jump into the demo. The Spectrum interface is going to keep your customers, your contacts, your jobs, your work orders in sync between Spectrum and Spectrum CRM, or TopBuilder CRM for Spectrum. And that's really awesome, because if you have customers going directly into Spectrum, you're going to see them in CRM, so that you can, use the CRM the way it's supposed to be used to keep in touch with the customers. And also, if you want to do an email campaign, you have all the customer data in there for you. As the jobs change, statuses, financials, change orders, start dates, end dates, we're going to update CRM with the job status changes. And also, we will apply the appropriate workflow, like when the job is complete, what's the follow-up on that? All those things. Now, we are also bringing in job history for all your customers from Spectrum, financial history for all your Spectrum customers. And that way, when you're working with your customer data, you have a complete and accurate view of the jobs that you've ever done for them and where they stand, whether they're profitable or not. And then a status summary, how many do I have active, inactive, or complete? Okay. All right. And we'll show some of this to you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to the demo. Um, and okay, so we're at our website. This is our new website, by the way, that's going live here pretty soon. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump into Spectrum CRM. And let me back out for a second because I want you to see the beautiful login screen that we have. This is the TopBuilder CRM for Spectrum login. It's branded for Spectrum. And so I'm going to log in there real quickly. I'm going to do a quick flyby of the menus, very high level flyby, so that you can see how easy the system is to use with very clean, crisp, and always consistent menu options. And so we don't play hide and seek with our menu options. That is a really bad user experience. You will see these menu options no matter where you are in the system, and they don't go away, so that you know how to get back to where you want to be, and also just navigate around the system. You'll get real familiar with this, and we're not going to change it on you in the middle of a session. Okay, so real quickly, we have our dashboard, which is a snapshot of what's going on today, all your opportunities with history, next steps, and these things are prioritized for you. So you have your next steps right in here. We can see something that's past due. You can see who's assigned to it. You can open it up from just your leads or your opportunities to see everybody's. Now, that's based on security, of course. You have your tasks. If you're an estimator, you may have a bid that you're supposed to be working on, or maybe you've submitted that bid and we have a task to go ahead and follow up on that bid. All of this is on your dashboard so that you can see what's going on at any given time, including a calendar, so that you can see what do I have going on today, what to do. And these are tasks or appointments and alerts and reminders, so I can see what's going on in my world right now today. Some warnings, some key statistics, and a funnel, and where are my leads in the funnel, and how do they break down by type. And type in your case would be mostly job types, new construction, service, warranty, repair. You can break them down that way. You can break them down any way you want them to be broken down, but that's what the pie chart is for there. Okay, so you can go to your leads under CRM. This is really another virtual dashboard, because you can change your columns. You can sort, filter, move columns around. You can even filter within the different column headings here, like status or priority, and estimator is right here. You can do that there as well. And then also it remembers everything for the next time you return. What I like about the Manage Leads page is you also have that history and next steps. But if you go into a status meeting or you're reviewing all your leads, you can quickly take action on leads by entering a note, entering a task or history or something, even a document, because we have document management in here. And all of that is at your fingertips, okay, from here. And of course, you can manage your customers, your contacts, all from here. And you can categorize your customers by type: general contractor, building owner, property manager, architect, engineer, vendor, supplier, family members. Some of our folks put their family in here, and their Christmas distribution list in here. We've seen a lot of that. It's kind of funny. But if you're a company and you have a big Christmas party, you may want to do that. Okay, we also have bid opportunities. Now, this is where you're managing multiple bids for the same job. We have, in this case right here, we have 5 bids going out for this one job. You can see who the estimator is. You can see when bids are due, when bids were submitted, who is the GC, all together on one screen. And then you can drill down on these and go see more information. Now we're gonna come back to this and get into one of the jobs. We're gonna flip one of the jobs into an awarded sale, and then we'll go see it in Spectrum. Okay, you can manage your bid calendar so that you can see, let me back this up to see a little bit, some more dates. When are all my bids due, and who is the estimator working on those bids? I can collapse this down if I just want to see, Ashley across the board, and also spot when no estimator is assigned to a bid. And we open this up in a new window so you can kind of keep it there and toggle back and forth to TopBuilder and assign estimators or whatever you need to do. Okay, and then you can manage your proposals from here. Now it's a lot cleaner, frankly, to go in and manage proposals by customer. So let's take Albert Bell Construction, which is our favorite construction company for demos. It's a GC. We have all the proposals you've ever sent to Albert Bell. We have all the bids you've ever done for Albert Bell. You have the job history for Albert Bell, and this comes directly out of Spectrum. These are your Spectrum categories right here. Okay, I'm sorry, job statuses. And also we have the financial history, which comes out of Spectrum as well, including balances due, credit, and invoice history, all from Spectrum. And you can have all the opportunities you want from Albert Bell Construction are all here as well. Okay, moving on. Email marketing. This is real simple in terms of the demo. You can go in and you can edit an email campaign, put in a subject, pick a layout, select your contacts. Sorry, I went into too many steps there. Step number 3 is to select your contacts. All right. And your contacts can be targeted by, let's just say, account type. Let's say we want to go after more service work, and so we're going to send an email to our building owners, add them to the campaign, property managers, add them to the campaign, and now we have a targeted email going out to general contractors and property managers. Or, like I said, let me go back here. I might want to do this by all my new construction jobs. So any contact that was on a new construction job that has a status of awarded, okay, that means you actually got the work. I can add them to an email campaign. And then I may want to say, okay, I want to see the ones where the construction started, same thing, and just build out your distribution list. And then I'm going to enter my content. This is plain text, okay, and an image and a link. All right. And what's beautiful about this is you don't have to worry about formatting and fonts and stuff like that. You can do that in our editor. But what we have done is we've built out a template for you that with your branding from your website and your colors and your fonts. And think of Top Choice Construction as your company with links to your social media pages and your website. And then you can see how we applied colors and fonts and styles. And this is a beautiful email, and you can send a test message to yourself, okay? And then just schedule it to go out or send it. Now, if I go back to email marketing, okay, I can go in and I can track these things and say, okay, well, what happened to this email? All right, we have a duplicate, okay? Okay, fine. We don't send it to the same person twice. That would be bad. And then you can also see, well, who clicked on these emails to go to maybe look at our contact information or about us, or you may have job history on your website that they may go check out. I mean, who knows? But also you can see, who read the email, if it bounced back or if they opted out. Now, all these things get tied to the history of the job, the customer, and the contact. So if you're looking at a customer and they have Howard Rambin and working for that company, you'll see that Howard has received these emails, opened these emails, and clicked on links. for the company. And if Howard is assigned to a job or a lead that's not yet a job, you'll see that in the history as well. So it's all tied together, and this is the beauty of having your email marketing tightly integrated with your CRM. Okay. Now we have reports, and we can talk about reports, well, until Christmas time, frankly, but there's tons and tons of reports. Now, I put reports in 4 categories, okay? We have your canned reports, and this is, for example, a pipeline report where I'm looking at my pipeline, and I can export any report in the system to a PDF, and you can see how beautiful these PDFs look. I can export it to Excel as well, or any other formats, okay? So keep in mind that you can always do that for any of the reports. So we have the canned reports. One of my favorite reports is the lead source analysis report, where we're looking at where are my leads coming from and are they converting. I can look at my leads and my conversions for bid performance by estimator, by project manager, by customer, by job type, by industry, and by location. And you're going to see here how awesome these reports are in the way you can break things down and look at the performance by estimator, project manager. Assigned to is what we call our business development manager. That's your salesperson. You can look at reports that way. You can also build your own reports, and I love this feature because what you can do is you can take a pivot table type format and easily build out your own reports. Okay, so what I can do in this example is by job type. I want to see how many opportunities am I getting, how many bids am I submitting, how many are rewarded. I don't care about complete right now, let's say. I just want to look at these 4 items. I want to look at new opportunities, bids submitted, awarded jobs, and lost sales. And I can do that by job type. Or I may want to do that by business development manager, okay? Or I may want to do it by customer, which is really neat. So let me get rid of the business development manager on this. Let me get rid of the job types. And now I'm looking at this by customer for the last 6 months, okay? And I can see counts by customer. And since I didn't break this down by activity type, it's not breaking it down for me. So let me go ahead and add that. And so for each customer, 007 Bonding Corporation, I can see how many jobs, bids have we submitted to them over this time frame. 2, how many were awarded, lost, and how many leads did we get. Now this is all can be saved to Excel and PDF, and there's some more, lots more analysis. You know, bid statuses, performance by customer, and also won lost reports. We can look at it all these different ways. Now this is by business development person, but I can look at this by customer. So here is that breakdown. Now this is the last 30 days. Let's just do year to date just for fun. I'm looking at my one loss report group by customer, and I can see for 007 all the ones that I've won. I have lost 1. I can look at the conversion rates by count, being 88% or 89% in this case, and by dollar amount, which is 100%, just because that job I lost was $0 job. But we have, like I said, we could talk about this for days. But the reporting is an ongoing thing for us. We're always adding new reports and scrubbing the reports. Now, the second type of the reports was the report builder. The third type of reports are custom reports, and I moved some of these reports for demo purposes in the custom area, but each one of our builders has the ability to have their own custom reports. It's unlimited. It's there. So that's good. Now, the fourth type of report are exports, where we're exporting data to Excel, and you can do your own reporting from there. And this also serves as a backup for your data if you want to. It's a kind of a feel-good thing for some of our builders since we are in the cloud, where you can export all your leads, even awarded jobs, on one list and export that out and save it. You can do your contacts and you can do your accounts. Okay, so that's reporting. Now we also have the content center, and I mentioned in the content center that you can store things like proposal templates, but so we have a cover page for your proposals here, and you're going to see this on the proposal that we're going to show you in the content in the proposal builder in a second. You can have a cover letter in here, okay, and this is giving you some example data, okay. And let me show you what it looks like to edit one of these things. And so if I go in and I want to edit my cover letter, my standard cover letter, I can do this in Word outside of TopBuilder, and I can upload the template in here. Or I can edit it within TopBuilder because we have a Word editor and an Excel editor in here. And I can also add proposal fields to these documents, and this looks like a little bit of cryptic coding stuff, but you don't have to look at that. What you can do is you can just simply click on this button and say, whoopsie, account name. I want to insert account name right here on the document. I'm not going to do it here because I don't want to mess up my template, but I can do that and add it right to these documents. And then when I add these documents to a proposal and combine them together, I've got one proposal document made up of multiple Word documents or templates, and it's all fill in the blank. But I can also edit it in the proposal builder as well, which is beautiful. So we're going to show that to you in a minute. Now, I can also put checklists that can be added to tasks, sample emails. So when I email a customer after they've signed up with us, for example, I go into the content center, okay, and I will quickly pull up, I'll just type in email right here, and I get a list of emails that I want to send to my customers when they've signed up. And I'll just cut and paste that right into an email, and that way I don't have to rewrite my emails every single time because I'm a horrible speller and, I'm not really as good a writer as I want to be, and this helps me be really much more productive than if I normally had to write that email from scratch every single time. My goodness, that would be horrible. And what we can also do, just so you know, is to take that email and attach it to a task. And so when the task is due, let's say send the customer this email, I've got the email right there on my task, and I can just push it through without having to go to the content center or find a saved email somewhere. I have it right at my fingertips and can email it directly to the customer. So I'm taking a note here. All right. Now, let me go ahead and exit the content center and go to our help center, because we're very proud of this. You have a help center with videos and recordings and how-to guides. You can have help recorded demos for just your company. So if we do one-on-one training and we record it, you could go in here, and I don't have it in the demo account, so you're not going to see anything here. But for your company, you have your custom training right here at your fingertips, and everybody can see it. So you have it right there. And you also have access to all the other training material. But here's the really neat thing, is I can get training Monday through Friday, okay, or Tuesday and Thursday, at these times, and it's live training. It comes with your subscription, no additional charge. A live trainer is on the other end of the line and will help you. You can also email us. You can also call us. That comes with your description. The only training that we charge for, okay, is on-site training. And of course, that's a cost for us, so we have to charge for it. But that is what we have. Now, we also have, before I forget, because I always do forget this, we have this search bar. And the search bar is beautiful because I can search by Spectrum customer codes. I can search by Spectrum job numbers. I can search by anything, tags, descriptions, names, phone numbers in this search bar. So I'm going to search for my favorite customer code, and boom, you saw how fast that was. And now I can go to my favorite demo contractor by just typing up their customer number in the search bar, and I've got them. Okay, so that's cool, and I'm glad I didn't forget about that. So now I'm going to go in, I'm going to manage some jobs, and I'm going to show you some information about these jobs, and I'm going to drill down into one of them because what I want you to see is the fact that not only are we capturing the customer and all the contacts for the job, but what we are able to see is the job details. Now, if we're working on this job and it's in bid submitted status, we may not have a contracted amount or an actual amount yet. So for demo purposes, I'm going to zero that out. But I have, where did the lead come from and who was it assigned to? I can specify the job type. Is this new construction? Is this service work? What is it? And manage my job types by there. I can set the priority. I can assign it to a division. I can assign it to a person. But I also have, the job contacts, the job details, and this gets into the nitty-gritty about the job. Where is the job located? Who is the project manager I'm assigning to this job? Who is the building owner? Who is the property manager? What is the estimated start and end dates? What is the estimated labor hours for bid preparation and actual job labor? And we're also synchronizing this very importantly with Spectrum. Okay. And then we also have Spectrum specific information. So for an example, is this a job or is this a work order? Because we need to decide if we're going to send this over to Spectrum, are we going to create a job or are we going to create a work order? Okay. And our customers do one or the other or both. We have that. And then for job information, you have all kinds of job information that you can use as overrides for Spectrum. You can also select a quick job setup template, which is fabulous because, as you know, as a Spectrum customer, this is creating your jobs in Spectrum with all the phases, all the defaults. Now you can override some of that here if you want to, but this is beautiful in being able to create. And sorry for the demo data, but and these came right out of Spectrum. There are our demo Spectrum environment, but you can select your templates for Spectrum, and for work orders, that information is here. Now we also have unlimited user-defined fields for the job, okay, or for the lead, or for your customers, or for and I think I have that let me go to this customer real quickly. Yes, so here is a user-defined field for a customer, and we put pre-qualified there because if it's a trade or a supplier, you may pre-qualify them, okay? And so you have that as a user-defined field. Let me go back to that job real quickly. So here's the job details that we were showing. Here's our bids and proposals. I'll come back to that in a second, where you assign estimators. You can alert the estimators that they have a job. You have your bid due dates. You have your follow-up plans, and this is the workflow. So as I move them, through the different statuses, okay, you will see that the workflow changes. So if I move them into job awarded status, which I'll do in a minute, and we'll send that over to Spectrum, you'll see these tasks change. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I also have the history for this job, and it's everything from emails to phone calls to whatever, but I also have what I call the important history or the important interactions, which are the notes. Okay, notes about this job. What is going on with it? What's the holdup? Information that you can use to collaborate within the different project managers or employees or management within the company. We use this internally religiously because we have, multiple people working on our opportunities. And my goodness, if we couldn't capture the notes, we'd forget from one job to another or from, one day to another on what's the status, what's going on, what is the important information about these jobs. So we'll have the requirements typically documented in the notes. What are they looking for in CRM? What CRM system are they currently using, if any? How long have they been on Spectrum? We put that on the notes because it's critical information for us to be able to close that deal. Okay. And documents and photos, beautiful. You have the ability to go outside and take pictures, measurements, create a Excel sheet, and attach it to the opportunity for people to see and share. Photos, of course, or an RFQ. Maybe the customer, maybe Albert Bell Construction submitted an RFQ, an RFI to you, and you can attach it right here to the job, and then everybody can see it. Okay, I already talked about job history. This is for Albert Bell Construction and the financial history. And we can hook up TopBuilder CRM to your estimating software and pull in estimate history as well. In this particular case, it comes from B2W software. And B2W is for heavy construction and civil. Some of our clients use that. We integrate it in here, and now they have their bid history for the customer as well. Okay, so real quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you the proposal builder, and then we're going to send this job over to Spectrum. Okay, so I have a proposal builder. I have this proposal that's made up of 6 documents, and as I showed you in the Content Center, I have a cover page. Just for demonstration purposes, I can see it with sample data that I added. I have a cover letter. Now, I don't have to have this in the Content Center, by the way. I can pull this off my hard drive if I want to. Here's my cover letter. Again, fill in the blanks. This is sample data. I have a proposal itself. Beautiful, beautiful. And what this is a little, it's a demo, but what I have done is I have actually added Excel data to this proposal from an Excel worksheet that I uploaded. I actually have 2 here, but I can select the tab on the worksheet that I want to include, okay? And this has got a lot of tabs, but, and then I can specify the range of cells or the cell that I want to include on there. Now, if I look at that, what that looks like, you can see I've got the actual worksheet and the tab and the range of cells. And then what I can do when I look at in sample data, it's going to pull in that Excel worksheet into my proposal. And then here's a breakdown of costs. This happens to be an electrical contractor in my demo. Okay, so that's the 3rd document on my proposal. My 4th document is maybe, oops, terribly sorry. 4th document is this, specs, okay? This is the references that they asked for, and this is the project manager's profile. Okay, hypothetically, that's what I got. I can add some addendums in PDF, and then I can go view the proposal. And then now that I'm viewing the proposal, and I've got the cover page filled in with the customer, today's date, I've got the cover letter, I've got the proposal itself with the Excel data, and sorry it's kind of long, but I have the specs, I have the references, and all of that is together. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push a button. I'm going to email that out directly to the customer. I have the proposal attached. I can get alerts when they've received it and opened it, and then I can set the status to submitted once I send it. All right? So that's really cool, and I love doing that. We do it ourselves, obviously. So, all right, so let's say the proposal's been submitted, and we're going to go back to that job, and we provide, this may look a little complicated here, but what we do is we provide you with these little navigation buttons that allows you to go directly to that opportunity without having to, backspace or go to the menus and everything. Okay, so now I'm back here, and I'm in bid submitted status. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this job over to Spectrum. Okay, and then we're going to log into Spectrum, and we're going to see it in Spectrum. So I'm going to do that real quickly. I tell you what, let me go to the follow-up plans and tasks. I'm going to say job awarded. All right, and I can specify the reason. And what you'll see here is my plan just changed. So I have a new plan that thanks them for their opportunity, that the proposal's on its way, and then I have a checklist to go through with the customer to review the proposal, and that came right out of the Content Center. So here's a checklist right on that task. But now the job should be in Spectrum. We're going to go over and check it in Spectrum. Before we go into Spectrum and look at this job, what I would like to show you real quickly is that since the interface ran, we have a Spectrum job number. Okay, so it generated a job number for us, and we can go in and take that job number, plug it in the search bar, and find that job really quickly and easily within the CRM for Spectrum. Okay, so now that we have that job number, what we're going to do is we're going to take that job number, and we're going to go into Spectrum, and we're under Jobs in Spectrum. I'm going to plug that job number in. We're going to say Go, and we're going to find that job. And so now that we can see we have that job in Spectrum, we can look at the amount, and we can see that it's there, and it's in Spectrum. Now, as Spectrum is being updated, what's going to happen is the interface is going to update CRM for Spectrum on a continuous basis. It's going to set the status. It's going to modify the job amounts, the contracted amounts. It's going to set the start dates and the end dates, and it'll even update the labor on that job as that job progresses within Spectrum. So the interface is going to use that job number, keep everything in sync with Spectrum as change orders are applied. You're going to get a new actual revenue when change orders applied, and also, of course, when the status changes. So that's the demo. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let us know if you have any questions.